So just first off, how you doing, man? How's everything going?
Everything's going well right now. We're just on everybody piled up in the van, and we're on the way to Jacksonville.
And is it Alabama you're traveling from?
Yeah, it's about a 6 hour drive.
Oh, um. So how have you been dealing with the whole lockdown thing, all the coronavirus stuff? Has it affected your training or anything like that?
To be honest, we didn't really ever stop training. We just kept working, kept moving. We were supposed to fight in April, but that got shut down. So Dana White was pretty animate about being the first guy, being the first thing back in the sports world. So we just knew that whenever they did come back, we would be up. So we just kept moving.
And everything that's going on right now, how serious do you actually take it? Are you quite comfortable going and fighting right now, or is it something that actually worries you?
Yeah, obviously, it's a global thing, and everybody should take into consideration. But at the same time, if I don't work, I don't get paid. If I don't fight, I don't get paid. And I need my bread. So
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
And then obviously we had UFC 249 on the weekend, and you had Jacare test positive for it. So you know comfortable that it's going to be safe and all the right precautions are going to be taken.
I think they're going to do what they can. You know, uh, you know, like I said, they're going to do whatever they can to keep everybody as safe as possible. I think everybody here is a willing participant. So I think that it's just something that we got to do and go through, and everybody's got to go through it. So
Great. Hopefully everyone's okay. Just want to touch on your weight cut. Obviously things are a bit different, so I'm just wondering how that's going. Everything going to plan right now?
yeah, everything's going well. I woke up at about 200 pounds this morning. So over the next few days, I'll knock out the last few pounds, and
And when
do
it
the damn thing.
and when it comes to actually cutting the final few pounds, are you confident you're going to have the access to saunas and things like that to actually do it?
Yeah, they've given us everything that we need to. It may not be the easiest cut, but at the same time, doable.
That's good to hear. And then you said training never really stopped. But has anything changed with your training? Have you had to approach this camp differently than you usually would?
No, no.
No.
Yeah, we just kept it moving. The biggest thing we changed was, the times and stuff, how when we were training, because obviously, the law says you can't have a bunch of people in the gym, so
hmm
you can't train by yourself. So we just changed the time so that people wouldn't catch on to what it is that we were doing.
We've just touched on your weight, and you're a fighter who's moved between light heavyweight and middleweight. This fight at middleweight. So is this your home now? Is this where you want to stay?
I enjoy fighting. If they call me to fight at 205, I'll do it. But I think for my career and where I'm trying to go, I think that middleweight is the way.
Good. And so your opponent this Saturday will be Krystof Jokto. So I just want to know what you know about him, what you're expecting on fight night.
I'm expecting a fight. Very seasoned guy, former top 10, so he knows what he's doing. That fight probably take place everywhere, on the feet, against the cage, on the ground. So
So you're just prepared for
you know.
anything that he throws at you. You're fully prepared for anything.
Mm-hmm.
So are you a fighter who tends to look at tape or study or come up with game plans, or is it just a fight to fight and you just get in there?
Yeah, of course. You put together a game plan. You want to put yourself in the best possible position to win.
So do you have a prediction for us? How do you think you're going to get this done on the weekend?
I'd like to, pressure people and get in their face and make the fight, as scrappy as possible. So,
And he's coming in off the back of 2 straight wins. Have you looked back at them, and how impressed have you been by watching his recent performances?
My what? I'm sorry, you're breaking up.
Oh, sorry, mate. So I'm just wondering,
No worries.
have you watched his last couple of fights? Obviously, he's on a 2-fight win streak. Just wondering how impressed you are of his recent form.
You know, like I said, he's a seasoned vet, man. He's been around a long time. Super impressed with his ability to go out there and get victories when they're, unanimous or split decisions. I think his last fights have been to. So, he's gonna try and do whatever he needs to do to edge out a win.
And then I just want to touch on your form. Obviously, you had that that downturn in form where you went 3 losses in a row, and I'm just wondering what it took for you to get back to where you are now. Obviously, you're in a great place right now. So what was it like being on the back of 3 losses? Were you worried about your position in the UFC, and what did it take to get back to where you are now?
Man, just a day at a time. You got to keep it moving. It's a competition, and there's got to be a winner and a loser. And I'm gonna keep fighting for as long as they let me fight. And just really took the time to step back and visualize my fights. Step back into the, put more time into the mental aspect of the game.
So you're speaking about the mental aspect. Exactly what part of the mental aspect was your focus on more now?
Just like more mental preparation instead of just like, putting in the physical preparation and showing up and fighting. And, I don't think I stopped evolving for a minute. One of those fights with short notice. The other fight, super close split decision. Could have gone either way. And I just got thrashed by Roundtree. So
yeah,
I just feel like it was important. I just feel like it was important to get back in there, fight, and keep it moving.
Yeah, so while you're keeping it moving, are you one of them fighters who's desperate to get them losses back? Are you hoping to get them rematches at some point?
I don't even fight at 205 really anymore. So, 2 of those losses, one of those are in a different division. One of those losses, the guy's not even in the UFC anymore, so I ain't getting that one back. I don't hold grudges. Like I said, it's a competition. I don't need to go out there to be the guy to beat me, to prove something to anybody or myself. It's competition. It happens. On to the next.
Okay, so right now you're on back-to-back wins yourself, and it's been pretty impressive. So, how far are you hoping to take this? What's your plan moving forward?
I think that every fighter, especially at this level, they want to be champ, and so do I. So, have some motivation. Want to make as much money as possible in the process, and just have fun while I'm doing it.
So just realistically, how far do you think you're away from getting into title contention? How many wins do you think you need?
I need a few, man. The middleweight division is a pretty stacked division. A lot of good fighters.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I guess it depends who I fight, how I beat those guys. I think the guys that go out there and get finishes, they they move up faster. They get those title shots faster. So, you go out there and knock some people out.
And it's your first fight in a while, and it's your first fight of the year. Obviously, it's difficult to get everyone matched right now. So, how many more times are you hoping to fight this year?
I usually like to fight 3 or 4 times, but I don't know if that timeline's going to work out. So, at least one more, maybe 2.
And just if they did ask you, would you be willing to go over to the Fight Island and fight someone international?
Oh, of course. I think that all the fighters want to fight on Fight Island. You know, it's going to be a big deal. Probably a pay-per-view card. You know, Kumite style, get you on a boat, put you on a plane, fly you to the middle of nowhere. Yeah, it's just, you know, they're going to make a movie about that, I think. You know, write a book about it or something. So it'd be cool to be a part of it.
Yeah, it is very cool. Just lastly, this card, I know it's different. It's not where you were meant to be fighting or when you were meant to be fighting. Does it feel any different? Does it feel bigger, smaller, a bit weirder? How does it feel for you?
You know, I don't feel any different or anything, you know, towards it, you know. You know, you gotta go out there and fight, you know. Coming up as an amateur and early pro, you know, I fought in front of in empty arenas and whatnot, so you know, I got a lot of practice doing that. So it's obviously a lot more eyes on it just on TV, but you know, kind of been in a situation before, I feel like.
And fighting in an empty arena, is that something that would bother you at all?
I don't think so, man. Everybody's under the same stress and circumstances, so yeah, I think it's the one who adjusts best to those circumstances and is gonna, you know, have the best time.
Good. And just finally, obviously you come from a American football background, and we've had so many fighters come through the UFC and different promotions coming from the NFL and college football. And I'm just wondering why you think people are able to transition so well from between two sports.
Just because, you know, usually guys that, you know, make it to that Division I level, that professional level, in any sport, I think, you know, you have a huge athletic upside. So, you know, you've worked your whole life to get there, and so you know what it takes, you know. And once they cut it off, like once you know, you can't. It's usually someone telling you can't do it anymore. Like the NFL, I didn't play long there. You know, even after it's over, you know, you're still young. You know, you're still competitive. You still have the itch that needs to be scratched. So there's just not a whole lot of options for guys, for former athletes to go other than fighting. So
Yeah, it definitely works out for a lot of people.
Personalities.
Yeah, it definitely works out for everyone. Well, I just want to say thanks for your time. Do you have anything else to add? Because that's me done there.
Oh yeah, man. You know, just thank you to the squad, the team, everybody. You know, helped put this together, and you know, they're gonna have a great time.
Okay, well, thanks for your time and good luck with your weight cut, the rest of the camp and the fight. Hope to speak to you soon.
Yeah. Appreciate it, brother.
Thank you. Bye now.